Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In the middle of a 10-mile run. Decided to stop for just a sec. I'm about 8.8 miles in. Just had some thoughts in my mind and I just had to express. Physically, I'm an athletic freak. If you put me in a 100-meter dash, 200-meter, 400-meter dash, I can do, at this time, I know I can do a sub 11-second 100-meter dash without even doing proper sprint training. That's just something that God gave me. Truth of the matter is, if I had been more disciplined, if I had been more consistent, I could have been a world-class sprinter, could have gone to the NFL, all of those things as a kid. But the truth of the matter is I was just lazy, undisciplined, and inconsistent. So what's always interesting to me now is that I'm a long-distance runner now. And I'm not the best. I'm not the worst, but I'm not the best. There's not a lot of championships or things that I'll win, not a races I'll win. But I'm consistent in what I do. And especially me growing up being such a competitive person, it's interesting to see the space that I am in right now. You know, life, God has this way of humbling us. And in being humbled, I think we ultimately find out who we are. We become the best versions of ourselves because we then start to hold ourselves accountable and things of the sort. So I keep running. And, you know, it's also funny that I'll keep running. A lot of times I don't even look at my pace or things of the sort. I just run. I just run for the joy of it. I just run because it's what I have to do in the moment to get me to the spaces that I need to go and all of those things. It's interesting how God really truly does work on us. Actually, another thought that was on my mind. I'm wearing this hat. It's a Vortex hat, actually. And I'm really honored to have it. I was with a gentleman by the name of Curtis. Met him on Sunday. I had my Courage hat on. It was my last hat. I had just given the previous hat to my good friend Wes. And so I was kind of holding on to it. It's a business that I'm working on. Things aren't always going as like I want them to do, things of the sort. But Curtis asked me if he said he wanted a hat, and it was my last hat. So what I did was I took it off of my head and I gave it to him. And he said to me, "Oh man, you don't have to do that, blah, blah, blah." In that moment, the Holy Spirit told me that I needed to give it to him. And then to reciprocate, he ended up giving me his hat. Now, I'm going to say something that was going on in my head at the moment when it was happening. I had two more hats. The last hat I gave to Curtis. The hat before that I gave to Wes. If you know me, I always say I am one of the guys that has a backup for his backup because he doesn't want to give up things. He wants to hold on to these things tight. And I always remember this meme that showed Jesus Christ with this young child. And the young child had this small teddy bear that she didn't want to let go of it. But Jesus Christ was like, just let go of it. And behind his back, he had a very huge teddy bear waiting for her for the point that she gave it back. And it's always stuck in my head, like always. Hey, yeah. And it always just stuck with me. And so when I get to these moments when I want to be selfish and I want to hold on to something, I don't want to let go, I don't want to let God, I remember that moment. Because those are the moments that are magic. And I don't know what comes from that. It doesn't even matter what comes from that. The idea is just to let it go and let God do his work in you. That's just the thoughts in my mind this morning. Now I got to go knock out the rest of this 10 miles. As always, be blessed today and every day. Talk to you soon. Peace.